Episode 81, The Plan to Subvert the High-Level Konoha. The situation in the village is increasingly tense. After Uchiha organized the first wave of eye-opening, half a month later, he organized the second wave. Although the probability this time is not as high as the first time, it has reached more than 70. Opening eyes one after another made Konoha's executives very nervous. On this day, the Konoha executives finally couldn't bear it and wanted to attack the Uchiha clan. Lord Li Yue, Shadow Sky summons me. An Anbu came to the Uchiha tribe and said to Li Yue respectfully, "I see." Li Yue nodded, waved Anbu back, and then said with a dark smile, "Sarutobi Hiruzen, the old fox, finally couldn't bear it." He knew that day would come sooner or later. The reason why he didn't take the initiative to take action was because the opening of the eyes was delayed. But since Sarutobi Hiruzen is going to make a move, there is no need to hold back. Thinking about getting up and walking towards the Hokage building. Go to the Hokage building office and meet 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen. Li Yue, since the village received 4 billion in compensation, Tsunagakure has been on the move, disturbing the peace of the border. I discussed with several other elders and decided to send you to handle this matter. What do you think? Sarutobi Hiruzen said 31 with a kind face, and looked at Li Yue earnestly after speaking, as if this task must be done by Li Yue. Master 3rd generation, you want me to go to guard the border? Li Yue's eyes flashed. Orochimaru and Shuo Mao both have other missions, and the border needs a powerful ninja to guard the border. We thought about it and decided that you, Li Yue, are the most suitable. Sarutobi Hiruzen nodded. Since Master 3rd generation is so optimistic about me, how can I refuse? Li Yue laughed at Kaido, and added, however, Master 3rd generation also knows that I am the patriarch of the Uchiha clan, and there are many affairs in the clan, so I can't leave immediately. He tilde. We all understand this. Then Li Yue, you are going to. Sarutobi Hiruzen laughs Kaido. A week from now. Li Yue Kaido. Okay, I'll trouble you then. Sarutobi Hiruzen nodded. For him, as long as Li Yue agrees, he can accept it whether it is a week or a month. Then I'll go down and get ready. Li Yue said, then turned and left. After Li Yue left, the office door was pushed open, and Danzo walked in. That kid Uchiha Li Yue, why did he agree so easily? Danzo frowned. Before Li Yue came, he hid aside, and when he heard Li Yue agreed, he felt incredible. After all, Li Yue is just a little fox in his heart. He couldn't believe that Li Yue couldn't see anything. Regardless of what Li Yue is thinking, as long as she says yes, it's in our favor. Sarutobi Hiruzen said in a deep voice. Danzo came to his senses and nodded. Although I don't know why Li Yue agreed so easily. But as my old friend said, as long as Li Yue agrees, it will be beneficial to them without any harm. After Li Yue left the office, she immediately returned to the clan and summoned her younger brother. Brother, you can't go to the border. Uchiha Fugaku said eagerly. He is not a fool either, knowing that Li Yue leaves, Sarutobi Hiruzen will definitely take the opportunity to make trouble. Don't worry, I know what's going on. Li Yue smiled. Then why do you still agree? Uchiha Fugaku was puzzled. If I don't agree, how can Sarutobi Hiruzen let his guard down? Li Yue chuckled, and then added, if he doesn't let go of his guard, how can I implement the plan? Plan? Uchiha Fugaku was startled, and then looked at Li Yue eagerly, wondering what his big brother's plan was. You should know that Sarutobi Hiruzen has a young son, right? Li Yue smiled and revealed all her plans. His plan is simple. That is to agree to Sarutobi Hiruzen's proposal, go to the frontier, remove himself from the plan, and make an alibi. After leaving the village, he secretly returned to the village, and at the same time held Sarutobi Hiruzen's young son hostage, and led Sarutobi Hiruzen out of Konoha. As long as Sarutobi Hiruzen leaves Konoha, he can shoot Sarutobi Hiruzen, and then use Sharingan to control the shadow of a village just like Obito did to Yagura in the original book. As long as the Sarutobi Hiruzen is controlled. That Konoha is not what he said. Control 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen? Uchiha Fugaku gasped, his face was full of shock, he didn't expect his elder brother to be so bold to come up with such a method. So, I have to agree to Sarutobi Hiruzen's proposal, as long as I leave Konoha, who would know that I did all of that? Li Yue chuckled. But, big brother. Uchiha Fugaku was happy, but also worried. There are many scout ninjas in the village, like the Hyuga clan, the Inuzuka clan and the Aburame clan. What if they find out? Konoha is nothing compared to Kirigakure. Why was 4th Mizukage Yagura controlled for so long in the original book? Isn't it because of the lack of scouting ninjas in the village? But Konoha is no better than Kirigakure. There are a bunch of detective ninjas in the village, and they may be exposed if they are not careful. Relax, this is only the first ring of the plan. Li Yue chuckled. How could he not think of what his younger brother could think of? Controlling Sarutobi Hiruzen is just the beginning. His plan is to overthrow the high-level Konoha, so the plan is naturally more than that. But it's useless to say more now. If you want to complete the follow-up plan, you must complete the first plan. If the first plan cannot be completed, then don't even think about the next plan. Uchiha Fugaku looked eager, wanting to know exactly what his big brother's plans were. You'll know when the time comes. Li Yue smiled, but after seeing his younger brother's longing expression, he still reminded her. Some time ago, when we escorted supplies back to the village, we were attacked by unknown ninjas. I guess those unknown ninjas are Sand Shinobi ninjas. Uchiha Fugaku was stunned for a moment, his head was a little down, and he didn't understand why the eldest brother said this suddenly. Even if those unknown ninjas are Tsunagaku ninjas, what does that have to do with this plan? Unable to understand, he looked at Li Yue, but Li Yue didn't answer. Don't think about it so much. Before I leave the village, I will open my eyes one last time. Li Yue shook his head. Yes. Uchiha Fugaku collected his thoughts, turned and left after replying. He did not continue to think deeply about the planned matter. Because he believes in his elder brother, since the elder brother is sure, then he must be sure. Episode 82, Sarutobi Hiruzen, is about to end. A week later, most of the ninjas of the Uchiha family have opened their eyes, and the entire family has added more than 60 Sharingan ninjas, and their strength has increased significantly. The sudden increase in family strength naturally aroused Sarutobi Hiruzen's fear, so he kept urging Li Yue to go to the border. Early this morning, Li Yue arrived at the gate of the village. Is Mr. Li Yue really going to guard the border? Orochimaru, who came to see him off, smiled hoarsely, with a strange flash in his eyes. He didn't understand why Li Yue, who was usually so smart, would agree to such a request. Do you know that once you leave the village, the Uchiha clan will definitely... Tsunade on the side was a little anxious. Don't worry, I know what's going on. Li Yue comforted. Li Yue, since you have your own thoughts, be careful with everything. Hitaki Sakumo said in a low voice. Although I don't know why Li Yue is so confident, but since Li Yue said so, there must be a way to deal with it. Li Yue nodded, and then left under the watchful eyes of everyone. Immediately after Li Yue left, the news reached the desks in the office in Hokage's administration building. Finally left. Sarutobi Hiruzen breathed a sigh of relief. Hiruzen, let's do it. Danzo on the side said impatiently. What's the hurry? Wait until Li Yue arrives at the border. After all, the other party can leave and return at any time. Sarutobi Hiruzen frowned. Hiruzen is right, we can't let the plan fail due to impulse. Utatani Koharu on the left opens the door. As soon as Li Yue left, they made a move. Isn't this clearly telling Li Yue to return to the village? Therefore, it is not too late to wait for Li Yue to arrive at the border. In this way, even if Li Yue wants to come back, they can make all kinds of troubles so that Li Yue can't come back. Snort. Danzo snorted coldly, knowing that he was in a hurry. Among the forest, Li Yue, who was originally flying on the tree trunk, stopped, used her senses to sense the surroundings, and immediately formed a seal when she found no one. Bang! Bang! White smoke filled the air, and two shadow clones appeared. Although he promised Sarutobi Hiruzen to go to the border, it was just to get himself out of the plan, not to actually go to the border. Since you don't want to go there, but you have to go there, you can only use shadow clone. Go to the border instead of me. Li Yue said to the avatar, and at the same time added, one of you is in the light and the other is in the dark, don't let people find out. The reason why he prepared two shadow clones was because he was worried about accidents. In case the shadow clone in the bright place disappears due to external force, the shadow clone hidden in the dark will appear to replace the shadow clone in the bright place. In this way, even if the shadow clone in the open disappears, no one will find that he has not gone to the border. Clear. The two shadow clones nodded and turned to leave immediately. After watching the avatar leave, Li Yue also returned to the villages unknowingly. Brother, you are back. Uchiha Fugaku, who had been waiting in the clan house, immediately shouted joyfully when he saw Li Yue's figure. I've sent my avatar to the border. As long as the avatar arrives at the border, I can start. Li Yue sat down and said with a smile. Brother, how will the next plan be carried out? Do you need the family's help? Uchiha Fugaku asked in a low voice. No, I can do it alone. Li Yue shook his head. For this plan, the fewer people who know about it, the better. Because the more people who know, the greater the possibility of exposure, and the more follow-up problems will be brought about. If it weren't for some things that he couldn't handle, he wouldn't even tell his younger brother. It's not that he doesn't believe in Uchiha Fugaku, and it's not that Uchiha Fugaku isn't. But just be careful. Yes, Uchiha Fugaku also knew what Li Yue was thinking, so he didn't say anything more. 3 days passed quickly. Li Yue also received a message from Shadow Clone, saying that she had arrived at the border. You can do it. Li Yue stood up, and at the same time looked at her younger brother, Fugaku. Let the clansmen settle down these days and don't cause any trouble. Yes. Uchiha Fugaku nodded heavily. After receiving the answer, Li Yue immediately left, and then sneaked to the Sarutobi clan's clan. It was past 10 o'clock in the evening, and most people had already gone to bed, so Li Yue came to the center of the Sarutobi clan without much effort. At this time, Sarutobi Hiruzen's daughter-in-law, Sarutobi Biwako, is coaxing her youngest son Sarutobi Osuma, getting ready to fall asleep. Logically speaking, the children of big families have dedicated servants to take care of them. However, with the death of Sarutobi Shinosuke, Sarutobi Biwako was afraid that something would happen to his youngest son, so he kept him with him all the time, and he took care of eating and sleeping by himself. Starting from today, Sarutobi Hiruzen will be gone forever. Li Yue came out from the darkness and said lightly. Who? Surprised, Sarutobi Biwa looked back. Then I saw the sliding door of the house being pushed open, and Li Yue walked in. Are you, Uchiha Li Yue? She was startled, and immediately showed anger. The cause of death of the eldest son Sarutobi Shinosuke is full of doubts. And she also received rumors that the death of the eldest son was related to Uchiha Li Yue, the patriarch of the Uchiha clan, and it may even be Li Yue who killed her. At that time, she also had a big fight with her husband Sarutobi Hiruzen and asked Sarutobi Hiruzen to investigate the matter. But the final result was nothing. Of course, these are all digressions. What really surprised her was why Li Yue, who is the patriarch of the Uchiha clan, came to the clan land of the Sarutobi clan and said such things. Sarutobi Hiruzen is about to end? What do you mean? No, didn't you go to the border? Suddenly, Sarutobi Lake Biwa remembered what her husband said to him the day before yesterday, saying that Li Yue was transferred to the border by him. Since Li Yue went to the border, why is she here? Why didn't you go to the border? Li Yue smiled faintly, and walked up to Sarutobi Lake Biwa, with murderous intent in his eyes. Of course I killed your mother and son to stay. Episode 83, Kill the third generation wife first. What? Sarutobi Biwako was terrified and stepped back quickly. She didn't expect that Li Yue would be so bold, not only sneaking into the Sarutobi clan's clan, but also threatening to kill herself. Doesn't Li Yue know who she is? Doesn't Li Yue know what she's talking about? The horror in her heart made her very nervous, and her hands hugged Sarutobi Osuma tightly. But she is Hokage's wife after all. She calmed down quickly, and then asked loudly. Uchiha Li Yue, as a Konoha shinobi, you know what you're talking about. Besides, the Sarutobi clan has no enmity with your Uchiha clan. Why did you do this? Do you want to defect to Konoha? While asking questions, she backed away, keeping distance from Li Yue. In fact, the moment Li Yue appeared, she felt that something was wrong, knowing that Li Yue came to the Sarutobi tribe in the middle of the night. Jia Ding had no good intentions. The reason why he said so much was to paralyze Li Yue, and then took the opportunity to escape. Don't waste your time, I want to kill you, you can't resist at all. Li Yue said lightly. He knew Sarutobi Biwako's intentions in saying so much. But for him, it's useless to think more carefully. In such a short distance as 010, if he wants to kill an unarmed and weak person, it doesn't take much effort at all. Saying this, head towards Sarutobi Lake Biwa. **. Sarutobi Biwa was horrified and immediately yelled out. After all, this is the clan land of the Sarutobi clan. As long as she shouts out, she can alarm the rest of the clan. Unfortunately, though, as soon as she called out the word, Ren, her voice stopped abruptly. I saw that Li Yue came to Sarutobi Lake Biwa in an instant, with 5 fingers forming claws, grabbing the opponent's throat fiercely, crushing the opponent's throat with just one force. A sharp pain welled up in her heart, and blood spat out from Sarutobi Biwako's mouth, making her unable to say a word, and could only glare at Li Yue with hatred. Blame it on your husband Sarutobi Hiruzen. Li Yue chuckled, squeezed her hand, and directly crushed the opponent's neck. Sarutobi Biwako, who was originally glaring at Li Yue, instantly widened his eyes, and the vitality in his eyes slowly dissipated. As soon as DBCH, Li Yue let go, his body fell heavily to the ground, and the young child in his arms was also thrown high. The sleeping Sarutobi Osuma felt the movement outside, and immediately woke up with a cry of a baby. The loud howl accompanied Sarutobi Biwako's loud cry before, which immediately alarmed the Sarutobi family. What happened? It seems that someone is yelling something, and it's still from Biwako-sama. Go and see, don't let anything happen. The members of the Sarutobi clan who hadn't fallen asleep got up one after another and walked towards the center of the clan. Sarutobi Hiruzen, who was in the study, was also startled, stood up and looked at his house with a puzzled face. Because there are many government affairs at ordinary times, he often handles government affairs at home. And because the youngest son was young and needed to go to bed early, he built a study so that he could handle government affairs without disturbing his family. Master Patriarch, it was from Mr. Biwa Lake. Someone has already gone to check it out. 17. A clansman walked in and reported in a low voice. Sarutobi Hiruzen nodded, wanting to continue handling government affairs. But after sitting down, he felt restless, as if something big had happened. A ninja's sixth sense is extremely keen. Once such symptoms appear, something must have happened. So Sarutobi Hiruzen couldn't sit still anymore and ran towards the house. The study is not far from the house, and it will arrive in a short time. But before he got close, there was a wailing sound from the house. By, Lord Biwako is dead. Sarutobi Hiruzen, who rushed over, was stunned for a moment, then woke up instantly with a look of horror on his face. He rushed into the house in a hurry, and then saw a corpse lying on the tatami. The neck of the corpse was twisted, blood flowed from the mouth, staining the tatami red. And this corpse, if not his wife, who else could it be? Lake Biwa. Sarutobi Hiruzen's body trembled, his face full of disbelief. He couldn't figure out why this happened. I can't even figure out who killed Lake Biwa. The former enemies flashed in my mind one by one, but I couldn't find any clues. Who did it? The angry Sarutobi Hiruzen was no longer as calm as before, and roared angrily. The surrounding clansmen were all silent, not daring to answer this question at all. They came here only after hearing the noise, so how could they know who did it? What are you waiting for here? Hurry up and investigate. Seeing that none of the clansmen answered him, Sarutobi Hiruzen was furious and yelled out. Yes, the Patriarch. The faces of the clansmen were pale and their bodies were trembling. After all, Sarutobi Hiruzen usually has a kind appearance. When did he get so angry? So many people were frightened by Sarutobi Hiruzen's appearance. But before they could move, there was a commotion outside the courtyard. Everyone was startled and looked up. I saw a black shadow standing outside the dividing line of lights in the yard, completely shrouded in darkness. Who? Sarutobi Hiruzen snapped. Sarutobi Hiruzen, if you want your son to live, follow him. The black shadow made a deep voice, and stretched out his hands as he spoke, passing through the dividing line of the lights, and exposing them in front of everyone. I saw a baby in these hands. The baby's mouth was tightly covered so that he could not make a sound. Perhaps it was because of covering it for too long. Purple and blue appeared on the baby's face, and it seemed that he was about to be covered alive. Osuma? Sarutobi Hiruzen's eyes widened. Only then did I realize that my youngest son was gone. Your eldest son Sarutobi Shinosuke is dead. This youngest son should be your only son? The deep voice came again, mixed with a trace of sneer. If you don't want to die, then find a way to save your son from me. As he spoke, he jumped up and disappeared into the darkness in the blink of an eye. Episode 84, Killing You is for the sake of the village. Madman. Sarutobi Hiruzen's eyes were tearing apart, and the arm pointing at the black shadow was trembling. Seeing the black shadow leave, he couldn't bear it anymore, and quickly chased after him. Although I know this may be a trap. But he has no choice. Because Sarutobi Biwako is dead, it is impossible for him to continue to maintain his image in front of people, and the eldest son is dead, so Sarutobi Osuma is his only son. If even Sarutobi Osuma has an accident, then he is really going to be the last one. Furious, Sarutobi Hiruzen chased him out. The Sarutobi tribe in the tribe obviously didn't know how to deal with this matter, and it took a long time before they realized it and sent someone to notify Anbu. Lee Yue quickly galloped down the street. The Sarutobi Osuma in his hand had already been knocked out by him. Walk through the long street, come to the edge of the village, and plunge into the dark forest. Sarutobi Hiruzen, who followed closely behind, looked at the forest in front of him and knew that entering it might be dangerous, but he gritted his teeth and rushed in. The two chased one after the other, and soon disappeared into the darkness. Half an hour later, Lee Yue stood on the trunk of a big tree and stopped, holding the Sarutobi Osuma in his hand, which was also hung on the branch by him. Sarutobi Hiruzen, who was chasing after her, stopped when she saw that Lee Yue was no longer running away, staring fixedly at Lee Yue, who was hiding in the darkness. Who is your excellency and why did you do such a cruel thing? Sarutobi Hiruzen said in a deep voice. Who I am? Secretly Lee Yue chuckled, took a step forward, and revealed her figure. Sir, third generation should be very familiar with it? Sarutobi Hiruzen was stunned for a moment, and through the moonlight through the gap in the forest, he finally saw the figure's face clearly. When he saw that it was Li Yue, his eyes widened instantly, revealing an expression of disbelief. Li Yue? He never imagined that the person who killed his wife and kidnapped his youngest son would be Li Yue. But soon, he came back to his senses. With anger on his face, he questioned Li Yue loudly. Li Yue, why are you in the village, and you still want to do such a thing? Do you want to betray the village? When he found out that his wife had been killed, he suspected many people, but he didn't suspect Li Yue. Because Li Yue was sent to the border by himself. And news came from the border that Li Yue had arrived at the camp. But who would have thought? The person I thought was the most unlikely was actually Min. Betray the village? Li Yue sneered, and his eyes became cold. What a righteous question. If you, Sarutobi Hiruzen, hadn't plotted against me and the Uchiha clan again and again, how could I have shot you? If I'm not mistaken, you sent me to the border this time just to distract me, and then do something to Uchiha. You. Sarutobi Hiruzen was taken aback. He didn't expect Li Yue to guess his thoughts. Since you like to plot against people so much, you must be prepared to be plotted against. Li Yue sneered, jumped down from the tree and strode towards Sarutobi Hiruzen. What the hell are you trying to do? Sarutobi Hiruzen said in a deep voice, and at the same time glanced around from the corner of his eye. His heart suddenly trembled. Because he was too angry, he didn't pay attention to other things when he was chasing. Calm down now, and suddenly realize that this place is far away from the village. Even if the reinforcements want to help, they will have to wait for a long time. What do you want to do? Li Yue looked at Sarutobi Hiruzen with a half smile. Didn't you guess it? Are you really going to betray the village? Sarutobi Hiruzen asked angrily. No, I'm not betraying the village. It's because I love the village that I shot you. Sarutobi Hiruzen, you are old and have already lost your previous ambitions. You, who are gradually infatuated with power, will only lead the village into the abyss. Without your Konoha, it will become stronger. Your existence will only hinder the development of the village. Li Yue said softly. From the original work, we can know how many things Sarutobi Hiruzen did during his administration. How strong is Konoha after first generation, second generation? It can be called the strongest village in the Jonin world, a few blocks away from other villages. But what about after Sarutobi Hiruzen takes over? First, the Senju family died inexplicably, and then the Uzumaki family was slaughtered. Some strong men in the village were killed or wounded. Konoha's White Fang was forced to commit suicide. Konoha Sanin, Orochimaru defect, Tsunade and Jiraiya leave the village. Finally, 4th Hokage Namikaze Minato came out. And because Sarutobi Hiruzen was greedy for life and afraid of death, he let Namikaze Minato fight Nine Tails alone, so that he died in the hands of Nine Tails. Konoha, which was originally strong, was tossed and declined by Sarutobi Hiruzen. And what's even more amusing? Even though these things happened, Sarutobi Hiruzen did not give up harming his own village. Not only did they keep crowding out the Uchiha clan, but they also killed the Uchiha clan, turning the originally powerful Konoha into a second-rate village. So, Sarutobi Hiruzen is dead, only good for the village, not bad. If Sarutobi Hiruzen dies, then Konoha's White Fang will not die, Konoha Sanin may also stay in the village, Namikaze Minato will not be killed because of the Nine Tails Rebellion, and the Uchiha clan will not be wiped out. The Hyuga family will not have such a strange thing as the death of Hyuga Hazashi. As long as these masters survive, Konoha will still be that powerful Konoha, a few blocks away from other villages. Sarutobi Hiruzen was furious, and then yanked off his coat, revealing a pair of battle armor. Since you are stubborn and want to betray the village, then I can only clear the village of traitors. Eliminate the traitors? You just don't want to be a lackey of the Sarutobi clan, which is defined as betrayal. In your opinion, the village has already belonged to your Sarutobi clan, right? Li Yue sneered. As he spoke, he pressed his arm on the sunwheel knife at his waist, and with a clang, the sunwheel knife was pulled out, and traces of lightning spread across the blade. Since you think this is a betrayal of the village, let me see if the so-called strongest Hokage is the strongest as rumored. Episode 85, Sarutobi Hiruzen, it's your turn. Snort. Sarutobi Hiruzen snorted coldly, with a serious look on his face. Although he hated Li Yue for doing such outrageous things, he also knew that Li Yue was very powerful. So I didn't dare to underestimate it, and immediately formed a seal and pressed it to the ground. Summoning technique. With a low drink, smoke rose from the palm, and an upright ape appeared in front of the two of them. Monkey, what do you want to do with me this time? The ape demon that appeared asked in a deep voice. Rebellion appeared in the village, help me subdue rebellion. Sarutobi Hiruzen spoke with a serious face. Treason? The ape demon turned his head to look for a moment, and then saw Li Yue, who was holding a sunwheel saber. This person is the patriarch of the Uchiha clan, Uchiha Li Yue. Sarutobi Hiruzen Low, 517, channel. What? The ape demon was startled. The head of the Uchiha clan? How could Li Yue, the patriarch of the Uchiha clan, become a rebel? Could it be that Konoha made a move on Uchiha? Be careful, he's not weak. Sarutobi Hiruzen reminded in a low voice. The ape demon nodded. Although I don't know why Li Yue wants to be a rebel, but it doesn't matter anymore. The important thing is to help this old friend solve the rebellion. Summoning the beast? Li Yue's eyes flashed, and a cold killing intent flashed in his eyes. Now that the ape demon has seen him, he must not let him go, otherwise everything he has done will be exposed. Thinking, walked towards Sarutobi Hiruzen. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. First trot, and then rush forward at extreme speed. Thorn tilde. The golden thunder light bloomed, and in just an instant, Li Yue came to Sarutobi Hiruzen, slashing straight down with the sunwheel knife in his hand. Monkey, be careful. The ape demon was startled. He didn't expect Li Yue's speed to be so fast. Without even thinking about it, it becomes a Vajra wishful stick. Sarutobi Hiruzen was reminded, and immediately reacted, grabbed the Vajra Rui stick with both hands, and then resisted in front of him. Clang tilde. The sound of gold and iron clanging sounded, and a series of sparks flew. Sarutobi Hiruzen frowned, feeling a powerful force from this blow. But he didn't retreat, but swung the Vajra wishful stick fiercely, pushed Li Yue away, and then attacked again. Hoo tilde. There was an explosion in the air, and the huge Vajra wish stick slammed hard at Li Yue's head. But before hitting Li Yue's figure disappeared. At the same time, the roar of thunder and lightning appeared. I saw Li Yue appearing on the right side of Sarutobi Hiruzen, the sunwheel knife wrapped in lightning and cut across. Clang tilde. There was another loud bang. In the nick of time, Sarutobi Hiruzen blocked the blow with the Vajra Nishiki stick in his hand. The strength is not weak. Li Yue's eyes flickered. Sarutobi Hiruzen, the strongest Hokage, has water, but he is still a strong cage-level player, and he is not an elementary cage-level player, so even he cannot win in an instant. After missing a single hit, Li Yue immediately opened her eyes wide. The originally pitch-black eyes turned scarlet, and 3 tomoe swirled in the eyes, and then condensed together, turning into a pattern of double hexagonal stars. The activation of Eternal Mangekyo raised his motion capture ability to several notches in an instant, allowing him to see through Sarutobi Hiruzen's defensive loopholes at a glance. Thorn tilde. The sunwheel knife waved. The blade with lightning cut through Sarutobi Hiruzen's armor, leaving a hideous scar on his body. After a successful blow, Li Yue continued to swing the knife, pointing directly at Sarutobi Hiruzen's neck. Not good. Sarutobi Hiruzen's eyes shrunk into needles, and he retreated quickly. But Li Yue's blade seemed to have eyes, and the direction of the blade changed, slashing towards Sarutobi Hiruzen's retreating direction. What? Sarutobi Hiruzen was horrified, unable to understand how Li Yue predicted his actions. Stop making useless resistance. Li Yue's eyes were full of coldness. I have already seen through your future. After these words fell, the long sword waved. Seeing that the long sword was about to cut through Sarutobi Hiruzen's throat, the Vajra Rui stick in Sarutobi Hiruzen's hand changed back into the shape of a monkey demon. The ape demon clasped his hands together and grabbed the Ryland saber tightly. The ape demon has the indestructible body of diamond, so even if he grasps the sunwheel knife with lightning with both hands, he will not suffer any damage. Since you are looking for death, I will fulfill you. Li Yue was not surprised but delighted. The ape demon is a witness to him, a witness who can expose his plan, so it must be solved. I heard that you have an indestructible body, let me see if you can resist Susanu's power. Saying that, the scarlet chakra soared into the sky, turned into 2 huge arms, and grabbed the ape demon fiercely. Boom! Zhu Zhao grabbed the ape demon with his arms, and with a force, the ape demon's eyes protruded and let out a scream. Although it has the indestructible body of diamond. But no matter how strong the indestructible body of King Kong is, there are certain limits, and it's not really impossible to break through. Susanu's grip strength is beyond imagination. Even though it has an indestructible body, it still feels that its body is being squeezed continuously, and there are bursts of severe pain. Die, Li Yue said coldly. The moment the words fell, he exploded with all his pupil power, wanting to kill the ape demon in one fell swoop. Monkey, I can't hold on any longer, be careful yourself. The ape demon, who was in severe pain all over his body, wailed, wanting to undo the summoning and leave. But Li Yue had been prepared for it long ago, her eyes were fierce. Tsukuyomi. The deep voice exploded in the ears of the ape demon, and the ape demon who originally wanted to undo the summoning and left fell into an illusion in an instant. The difference between Masters and 4.7 is 1,000 miles away. At the moment when the ape demon lost his mind, Li Yue immediately used all his strength, and the pupil power of eternal Mangekyo surged fiercely towards Susan's arm like Wang Yang. Zhu Zhao's arm was blessed with the power of the vast pupil, and the power instantly soared several levels. Boom! Blood mist filled the air. Squeezed by a powerful force, the ape demon's body exploded, and the ape demon who had accompanied Sarutobi Hiruzen in battle for many years was crushed to death by Li Yue. Ape Devil! Sarutobi Hiruzen's eyes were tearing apart, and he roared angrily and anxiously. But what responded to him was a dull crash. Li Yue threw the corpse of the ape demon on the ground, looked at Sarutobi Hiruzen with cold eyes, and then approached step by step. Master Third Generation, it's your turn next. Episode 86, The End of Sarutobi Hiruzen. How? Sarutobi Hiruzen broke out in a cold sweat. The ape demon is his comrade in arms who has been with him for many years. Because of his indestructible body, he is very powerful. In his opinion, with the help of the ape demon, even if he is not Li Yue's opponent, he can protect himself. At that time, as long as you persist until the reinforcements arrive, you can win the battle. And more importantly, as soon as the reinforcements arrive, Li Yue will reveal her identity, so that she can declare Li Yue as a traitor and suppress the Uchiha clan. But what he didn't expect was, I thought about it a lot, but I never thought that the ape demon would be so vulnerable. 1 minute. In just 1 minute, Li Yue crushed her. Without the help of the ape demon, his strength has been greatly reduced, and it is impossible for him to be Li Yue's opponent. Master Third Generation, it's time for your era to come to an end. As he approached 31 step by step, the coldness in his eyes condensed into reality. Without your Konoha, I will become stronger. Sarutobi Hiruzen was frightened and furious, staring at Li Yue, and then seeing Li Yue's Mangekyo, a look of shock appeared on his face. This is Mangekyo Sharingan? You actually opened these taboo eyes? At this moment, he thought about many things. I figured out how Li Yue opened the eyes of the people, and also figured out how Li Yue managed to instantly kill the ape demon. Everything is related to these eyes. Recalling the legend of these eyes, Sarutobi Hiruzen's eyes flashed with deep fear, and his footsteps even retreated for a while. Li Yue, as a hero, are you really going to betray the village? Hurry up and turn around, you can correct your mistakes. As long as you can turn around, everyone will forgive you for all your actions. He knew that he was not Li Yue's opponent, so he wanted to buy time. As long as you wait for a while, the ninjas in the village will come to support, and then you don't have to be afraid of Li Yue. Want to stall for time? Li Yue sneered, with sarcasm on his face. You seem to have forgotten that I, the Uchiha clan, are still in charge of patrolling now. Why did he dare to carry out this plan? Why dare to attack Sarutobi Hiruzen around Konoha? One of the reasons is that Uchiha is in charge of patrolling defense. As long as his younger brother Uchiha Fugaku is in the dark. Even if Konoha sent reinforcements, they wouldn't rush to this position immediately. So he is not afraid of any reinforcements at all. Uchiha Li Yue. Sarutobi Hiruzen was frightened and furious, but he didn't expect that the South Vietnam planned everything for fun. Okay, let's go on the road with peace of mind. Li Yue didn't continue to babble, but rushed out at top speed. Thorn tilde. A golden thunder flashed and appeared in front of Sarutobi Hiruzen in an instant. Sarutobi Hiruzen was startled, and sealed the seal without thinking. Earth-style Earth Dragon Bullet. Chakra surged out, and a huge Earth Dragon soared into the sky, slamming into Li Yue fiercely. But before hitting Li Yue, he was cut off by the Sunwheel Knife. Seeing a miss, Sarutobi Hiruzen continued to seal. One by one ninjutsu keeps appearing, including Dry Escape, Ice Escape, Lightning Style, Wind Path, and even Fire Style. 5 kinds of ninjutsu with different attributes are easily used by Sarutobi Hiruzen, and under the combination of several ninjutsu, they are transformed into stronger compound ninjutsu. Boom, 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 bursts of bangs exploded. The powerful compound ninjutsu directly changes the terrain and blocks Li Yue's attack. Snort. Li Yue snorted coldly, but underestimated Sarutobi Hiruzen. Sarutobi Hiruzen can be called Dr. Ninja, and he does have his own opinions on ninjutsu, and the power of those compound ninjutsu cannot be underestimated. But, not enough. Li Yue drank low. The crimson chakra soared into the sky, forming 2 huge skeleton arms. With a slap of the arm, the incoming ninjutsu exploded instantly. Hateful. Sarutobi Hiruzen gritted his teeth, and backed away while releasing ninjutsu. Li Yue's strength is beyond imagination. He has used all his strength to fight, but he can only block Li Yue for a moment, but cannot pose any threat to Li Yue. Black particles. At this moment, Li Yue gave a low shout. With the fingertips lifted, 3 black particles appeared out of thin air, smashed through the space and hit Sarutobi Hiruzen. Not good. Sarutobi Hiruzen was startled and wanted to hide. But the speed of the black particles was beyond imagination, and they came to him almost instantly. Seeing that there was no way to avoid it, he could only make seals and slap the ground. Compound ninjutsu water and earth flow wall. Boom! Earthen walls rose up one after another, blocking them in front of them. But the black particle is the king of fighters Orochi's trick, and even the triple Rashomon can't stop it, let alone a wall of earth. In just an instant, the earthen wall exploded. Boom! The black particles continued to hit, and then exploded violently. The powerful power lifted Sarutobi Hiruzen into the air, and smashed hard to the ground. Sarutobi Hiruzen coughed, blood spilled from his mouth. Just as he was about to endure the pain and stand up 070, he saw a flash of thunder, and then Li Yue appeared in front of him. Boom! Li Yue stretched out her hands fiercely, and directly strangled Sarutobi Hiruzen's neck. The Scarlet Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan looked directly into Sarutobi Hiruzen's eyes. It's over, Master Third Generation. Li Yue said lightly, her bewitching pupils burst into scarlet light. Li Yue, turn around, Sarutobi Hiruzen, unable to breathe, said with difficulty, you are the hero of the village, as long as you want, you will become the 4th Hokage of the future. 4th Hokage? Li Yue almost couldn't hold back her laughter. He didn't expect that at this time, Sarutobi Hiruzen was still playing tricks and even took out the position of Hokage to tempt him. If it were someone else, I'm afraid I would really be moved. No, that's right, cough cough. I'm too old to be a Hokage any longer. As long as you come back from the wrong way, with your reputation in the village, you can definitely become the 4th Hokage. Sarutobi Hiruzen thought that Li Yue was tempted, so he worked hard to persuade him. You're right, but... A cold light flashed in Li Yue's eyes. Kill you. I can still win the position. Episode 87, Controlling Sarutobi Hiruzen. Kr. Sarutobi Hiruzen was frightened and furious, but as Li Yue exerted force on his arm, it became more and more difficult to breathe, and he could no longer speak a word. It's over. Li Yue seemed to be feeling emotional, and then the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan continued to spin, and the powerful pupil power reflected Sarutobi Hiruzen's eyes. Sarutobi Hiruzen's expression froze, and his eyes gradually became dazed. At last, the pitch-black pupils turned into Mangekyo. Seeing this, Li Yue let go of her arms, and Sarutobi Hiruzen, who was grabbed by the neck, also fell to the ground. But the other party quickly stood up again, the Mangekyo pattern in his eyes disappeared, and he returned to his original appearance. The first plan has been completed, and the next step is the second plan. Li Yue glanced at Sarutobi Hiruzen. Sarutobi Hiruzen has been controlled by him and has become his puppet. But controlling Sarutobi Hiruzen is just the beginning. Because Konoha is not like Kirigakure, Konoha has a large number of detective ninjas, and if the control time is too long, they will definitely be discovered. So he must implement the second plan before being discovered. And the second plan is solve the high-level Konoha. Thinking of this, Li Yue looked at Sarutobi Osuma, who was hanging on the tree and had passed out, with a murderous look in his eyes. He is not an indecisive person. Knowing how to cut grass and roots, he never thought of letting Sarutobi Osuma go. Now that you have taken action, remove all hidden dangers. With this in mind, Li Yue pulled out a kunai, and with a flick of his arm, it flew away through the air. Thorn tilde. A cluster of blood spattered. Blood slowly dripped from the tree, soon staining the ground red. After solving the hidden danger, Li Yue looked at Gu Sarutobi Hiruzen. You go back to the village now, and when you get back to the village, you say that the intruders have been dealt with. Yes. The Mangekyo pattern in Sarutobi Hiruzen's eyes flashed, and then quickly disappeared again. After speaking, he jumped up, went to the tree trunk and picked up Osuma's body, then turned and walked towards Konoha. Inside Konoha village. At this time the village is in chaos. Hokage's house was attacked, Hokage's wife Sarutobi Lake Biwa was killed, and the youngest son Sarutobi Osuma was taken captive. More importantly, Sarutobi Hiruzen, who is Hokage, chased him out without a single soldier, and is now missing. The various departments that got the news were shocked and immediately started rescue. Master Hokage is chasing a man in black along this street. Quote, said one of the passers-by. Since the Lord Third Generation is chasing along this street, he must be heading north. Everyone, hurry up and find the Lord Master as quickly as possible. An Anbu said in a low voice. Yes. The crowd of Anbu who followed behind responded loudly. Wait a moment. Just then, a different voice sounded. The people who were about to leave stopped and turned their heads to look. I saw Uchiha Fugaku coming with a group of ninjas, and said with a serious expression, "If you act rashly based on this clue, it would be too hasty." He knew that the man in black was his elder brother. So he had to buy time for his elder brother. "Master Fugaku, what do you mean?" asked the leading Anbu ninja. "I'm the captain of the security department. I may not be as good as you Anbu in other aspects, but I am superior to you in terms of reconnaissance and patrolling." Uchiha Fugaku praised himself, and then changed his words. "According to my past experience, it is best for us to investigate clearly before we act, so as not to find the wrong direction and delay the rescue time." Anbu, the team leader, hesitated for a moment. "Master Fugaku is right, we really can't act rashly based on just one clue." A ninja from Nara's family said, "Since this is the case, let's first send out the vanguard team to search for Lord Third Generation's footprints, while the large army will continue to stay in the village to investigate, and we will act after we find enough clues." Anbu, the team leader, thought for a while and said. Uchiha Fugaku breathed a sigh of relief. Although he is the captain of the security department, there is only so much he can do. Now I just hope that my eldest brother can hurry up and not be discovered by the vanguard team. The search continues and the whole village is mobilized. But what everyone didn't expect was, not long after the vanguard team left, news came. "I'm back, Master Third Generation is back." What? The people who were still investigating the clues were shocked and hurried over. "Wait until you reach the Konoha gate." I saw third Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen walking towards him covered in injuries, holding a baby in his hands. "Master Third Generation." People quickly greeted them. But after seeing Sarutobi Hiruzen's expression, everyone's heart skipped a beat. I saw Sarutobi Hiruzen's face completely lost the kindness of the past, but a calm face, which looked extremely cold. Everyone was surprised for a while, not knowing what happened. But when he saw the baby in Sarutobi Hiruzen's hands, he was shocked. I saw the baby with its eyes tightly closed, obviously lifeless. Seeing this, everyone finally understood why Sarutobi Hiruzen had such an expression. "Hiruzen, what the hell happened?" At this moment, Danzo strode over and asked in a deep voice. He is a good friend of Sarutobi Hiruzen for many years, and he can only ask questions that others dare not ask. "Someone sneaked into the village and killed Lake Biwa and Osuma." Sarutobi Hiruzen deadpan Kaido. "Where is that person?" "He ran away." "Ran?" Danzo was startled, looking at his expressionless old friend. He seemed to understand why his old friend had such an expression. "Wife was killed. The last only son was also brutally murdered. More importantly, he also, let the murderer run away, and his own was also seriously injured. If it were me, I am afraid that I would have been furious. Rather than being like my old friend, who can still hold his breath and not vent his anger. Damn it, who did it?" Uchiha Fugaku said angrily, and at the same time shook his fist, seemingly extremely angry. He knew that all of this was copied by his elder brother. But he can't show it. Not only can't it be shown, but like everyone else, it has to show an appearance of righteous indignation. "Master Hokage, order a thorough investigation of this matter." The other ninjas also reacted and roared angrily. "Go back to the village first." Just when people thought that Sarutobi Hiruzen would give an order, Sarutobi Hiruzen was unmoved, and after a casual reply, he got up and left. The originally angry people suddenly looked at each other in blank dismay, and were at a loss for a while. Episode 88, Danzo, the Pokeman. Konoha Hospital. An injured Sarutobi Hiruzen bandages his wound in a hospital. Among them, the body of Sarutobi Osuma has been handed over to the hospital, and people are waiting in front of Sarutobi Hiruzen, hoping to know what happened. An enemy has sneaked into the village. After bandaging the wound, Sarutobi Hiruzen said slowly, telling what happened. People were shocked and furious after hearing this. "Damn it, how dare you sneak into our Konoha and do such a cruel thing. Master Third Generation, give an order, and this matter must be investigated clearly." "That's right, no matter who did it, we will make him pay in blood." All the ninjas said indignantly. "Order a thorough investigation of this matter." Sarutobi Hiruzen revealed a sense of fatigue in his voice, and waved his hand as he spoke, indicating that people can go down. "Yes." All the ninjas nodded and retreated one after another. After the people left the Konoha hospital, they started discussing in low voices. How do I feel that Lord Third Generation is not very angry? That's not the case. It should be that the Third Generation is too sad to cause this. After all, his wife and youngest son are already. I feel the same way. Sir Third Generation used to be a kind person. Even if he was angry, he would bear it by himself instead of venting his anger on us. 290 The ninjas were talking in low voices. But that being said, there are still some people who feel that something is wrong. Because Sarutobi Hiruzen's performance is too abnormal. His wife was murdered, and his son died in infancy. According to the psychology of normal people, it is absolutely distraught, wishing to find the murderer immediately. But Sarutobi Hiruzen was extremely calm. Not only did he not get angry, but he didn't even bother to track down the murderer. Even the body of the youngest son was handled by Konoha Hospital, and there was no other indication. This behavior is really puzzling. What the hell happened? How could Hiruzen have such an attitude? Shimura Danzo, who also left Konoha Hospital, frowned. He knew his old friend very well. On the surface, he is benevolent and charitable, but in essence, he is cold-faced and dark-hearted. If this happens with the character of my old friend, I will never let it go easily, instead of showing an indifferent attitude like now. But he couldn't think of why his old friend was like this. If it is said that the old friend has to do this because of being threatened, that is not justified. After all, Konoha is the #1 ninja village in the ninja world. Sarutobi Hiruzen, who is Hokage, is naturally the #1 Hokage. Who can threaten Sarutobi Hiruzen, who holds the highest power in the ninja world? Can't figure it out, he can only call the roots. You immediately lead someone to investigate and find out what happened when Hiruzen left the village. Danzo said in a deep voice. Yes. The root ninja nodded, and quickly stepped back. Uchiha clan land. Uchiha Fugaku, the captain of the security force, did not stick to his post, but returned home. At this moment in the courtyard, Lee Yue was sitting at a low table, drinking tea leisurely. T.S. As soon as Uchiha Fugaku came in, he saw Lee Yue, and a look of joy flashed across his face. Brother, has Sarutobi Hiruzen been controlled by you? Lee Yue put down the teacup and nodded slightly. Very good. Uchiha Fugaku breathed a sigh of relief, but soon remembered something, and a look of worry flashed in his eyes. Brother, although you have controlled Sarutobi Hiruzen, some people have already begun to suspect. When he left Konoha Hospital, he heard people talking about why Sarutobi Hiruzen's attitude was so strange. If Sarutobi Hiruzen keeps behaving differently than usual, it will be discovered sooner or later. Relax, this is the beginning. DBBJ, Lee Yue smiled indifferently. He naturally knew that this matter could not be concealed for long. After all, there are a bunch of staff around Sarutobi Hiruzen. These staff know Sarutobi Hiruzen very well, and once they get in touch with him too much, they will become suspicious. When the time comes, just do some casual investigation, and you will know that Sarutobi Hiruzen is no longer the previous Sarutobi Hiruzen. But none of this matters anymore. Because he never wanted to control Sarutobi Hiruzen all the time. The reason for controlling the other party is to implement the second plan. Brother's next plan is. Uchiha Fugaku was a little puzzled. Do you remember what I said before? When Tsunade and I were escorting supplies back to the village, we were attacked by black-clothed ninjas. I suspect it was Tsunagakure. Lee Yue didn't answer directly, but said another thing. Could it be related to your next plan, brother? A look of doubt flashed in Uchiha Fugaku's eyes. Certainly. The corners of Lee Yue's mouth curled up, and he explained his plan. His plan is simple. First of all, he will direct and act on his own, let himself be attacked by Shadow Clone on the border, and then accidentally get the news that Tsunagakure has attacked supplies. In this way, he can return to the village to report information logically without being suspected. After returning to the village, he will discover by chance that Sarutobi Hiruzen is being controlled, and use Mangekyo to tamper with Sarutobi Hiruzen's memory. This tampered memory will become. Shimura Danzo joined forces with Tsunagakure to raid supplies and manipulate third Hokage in an attempt to usurp Hokage's position. As long as the memory tampering is successful, Lee Yue can continue to direct and act on his own, get rid of Sarutobi Hiruzen, and then hand over the body to the interrogation department of the village. The interrogation department is run by the Yamanaka clan. In order to find out the truth, the Yamanaka family will definitely turn around and use the technique to invade Sarutobi Hiruzen's brain and obtain Sarutobi Hiruzen's memory. The power of eternal Mangekyo cannot be deciphered by the Yamanaka family at all, so the memory obtained by the Yamanaka family will only be the memory that he intends to change. That way, all guilt will be directed at Danzo. When the time comes, he will stand up as soon as possible. Thoroughly crush Danzo and Roots to avenge Sarutobi Hiruzen. At that time, he will be the hero who crushes Danzo's conspiracy and saves the village. So far, the plan has been a complete success. Episode 89, Impure World Reincarnation. The border of the Land of Fire. A Konoha squad is patrolling the surrounding area. But soon, they discovered something was wrong, so they launched an investigation. During the investigation, they discovered that outsiders had invaded, and a fierce battle ensued. After some fighting, Konoha's team won, and at the same time got a shocking news during the interrogation. That is, it was Tsunagakure who did the attack on the supply team. After getting the news, the team immediately reported to Lee Yue. I see, this matter is very important. I will go back to the village in person and report the information to Sir Third Generation. Lee Yue's shadow clone said seriously. All of this was directed and performed by Lee Yue herself, in order to find a suitable opportunity to return to the village. As for why not control Sarutobi Hiruzen and call himself back? Totally out of fear of exposure. After all, he has a feud with Sarutobi Hiruzen. Since there is a grudge, how could Sarutobi Hiruzen take the initiative to call him back to the village? Therefore, in order not to leave a clue, the best way is to return to the village through irresistible factors, so that no one can doubt it. Yes, the patrol team did not suspect him, and continued to patrol after retreating. 3 days later, the 2 shadow clones sent by Lee Yue returned to the village. And the main body who has been staying in the village has also directly released the shadow clone and replaced it with the main body. After switching back to the main body, Lee Yue immediately reported the news to Sarutobi Hiruzen. It turned out that Tsunagakure did it. I know about it. Sarutobi Hiruzen nodded, and then looked at Lee Yue kindly. It must be very tiring to go all the way back to the village, so go down and rest first. Yes. Lee Yue nodded and left the office. Hiruzen, since Uchiha Lee Yue has finished reporting the news, should he be sent back to the border? Danzo couldn't help but said. These days he feels more and more wrong. Although my old friend still has the same personality as before, he has 2 attitudes towards some things. For example, investigating the cause of death of his wife and children. Except for saying that the matter should be thoroughly investigated at the beginning, it was not even mentioned later. And even more so with the Uchiha clan. It was previously agreed that when Lee Yue leaves, he will attack the Uchiha clan and reduce Uchiha's power. But so far no action. More importantly, since the Uchiha clan is going to be suppressed, shouldn't Lee Yue be sent back to the border as soon as possible? But now let Lee Yue go down and have a good rest? What is this? Is this ready to give up suppressing Uchiha? Unable to understand, he felt that something was wrong with his old friend. After what happened that night, it seemed like a different person. Don't rush this moment. Sarutobi Hiruzen shook his head. Danzo was a little out of breath, but didn't know what to say. He had no choice but to retreat temporarily. Immediately after leaving the Hokage administration office, he returned to Root Base. How's the investigation going? Danzo asked in one direction. He asked the Root Ninja to investigate the intruder a few days ago, and now that a few days have passed, there should be results. Go back to your lord, there are already results. The Root Ninja whispered Kaido. We have collected 3 kinds of blood from the battlefield, 2 of which belong to Lord Third Generation and Sarutobi Osuma, and the other one has not been investigated clearly. Oh, so the third blood may have been left by the invader? Danzo frowned. No, the third blood does not match human blood, but looks like animal blood. Root Ninja Kaido. Animals? Danzo was taken aback, with a bad premonition in his heart. The third kind of blood was from an animal, which meant that the intruder was not injured at all. No injuries, which means Sarutobi Hiruzen lost. Since Sarutobi Hiruzen lost, then how did my old friend return to the village? All kinds of thoughts emerged, which made Danzo a little irritable. Years of experience told him that things are not that simple. Master Danzo, this incident seems to have been deliberately set up by someone else, and the Lord also said that the recent behavior of the Lord Third Generation is not right, as if he is being controlled by someone. Asking for flowers, 0. The Root Ninja couldn't help but said. Being controlled? Hearing this, Danzo's eyes widened instantly. The intruder was not injured, and his old friend returned safely. What does this mean? This shows that the invaders deliberately let Sarutobi Hiruzen return to the village. Why deliberately let Sarutobi Hiruzen return to the village? Is it possible to guess that the intruder has already controlled Sarutobi Hiruzen, so he put Sarutobi Hiruzen back? Danzo was taken aback by the idea. But thinking of the abnormality of my old friend these days, I feel that my guess is very reasonable. Could someone really control Hiruzen? Danzo's face was ugly, and after careful consideration, he decided to test his old friend. If Hiruzen is really controlled by someone, or even killed, then am I. The shadow of a village was controlled, even died. This is a big stain. If you seize this opportunity, is it possible to take the place of an old friend and become the 4th Hokage? Thinking of this, Danzo's heart felt hot. Suddenly, I felt that it was not a bad thing for an old friend to be controlled by others, but a good thing. Hiruzen, if you are not controlled by others, then I will continue to honor you as Hokage. But if you are controlled by others, don't blame me. After all, the village cannot be controlled by outsiders. For the sake of the village and Konoha, I will never turn a blind eye. Thinking of this, Danzo's gaze became sharp. But soon, he remembered another important thing. That is, if Sarutobi Hiruzen is really controlled by others, with his current power, he cannot control the village at all, let alone seize the position of Hokage. So the first thing to do is to increase your strength. But how do you increase your strength? Danzo frowned. If it is said to enhance one's own strength, it is impossible. After all, strength cannot be enhanced just by enhancing it. So now we can only rely on external forces. Thinking of external force, he immediately thought of a ninjutsu. And this ninjutsu is called Impure World Reincarnation. Episode 90, Third Hokage is under control? In a flash, 3 days passed. Li Yue let things simmer, while guiding Kasina's 3-person training. Rasengan. Minato shouted loudly, a blue chakra ball condensed in his hand, and pressed it towards the big tree. Boom! There was a roar. The big tree with 2 thick legs was directly blasted into 2 pieces, and with a creaking sound, it fell to the ground hard, kicking up dust all over the ground. Okay, that's amazing. Hitaki Yuki on the side looked adoring. What a big deal. Although Kasina is envious, she doesn't want to admit it. Good. Li Yue nodded. In terms of talent, Minato is indeed higher than Naruto, and he learned Rasengan in a short period of time. Teacher, our strength is enough, we can take the August 17th, Chunin exam, right? Minato asked suddenly. Chunin exam? Kasina and Hitaki were surprised. After thinking about it, I found that I did have the level to take the Chunin exam, so I turned to look at Li Yue, wondering what my teacher thought. Your strength is indeed enough. Li Yue thought for a while and nodded, then smiled and said, the annual Chunin exam is around July, that is, next month. Since you want to take part, then I will help you sign up. Very good. The 3 cheered when they heard this. Okay, you guys continue training, I'm going to Hokage's office. Li Yue pressed her arms, signaling for the 3 of them to be quiet. A week has passed since taking control of Sarutobi Hiruzen. During this week, Sarutobi Hiruzen behaved abnormally, which aroused many people's ideas. If you don't act, it is estimated that you will be exposed. So he is ready to do it today. Yes. The 3 nodded and watched Li Yue leave. After leaving the training ground, Li Yue came to the Hokage Administration Building office. His reasons for coming to the office had already been found out. That is, there are still important matters to be dealt with at the border, so I am preparing to return to the border. But when he leaves the office, he will, accidentally, find that something is wrong with Sarutobi Hiruzen, then use Sharingan to investigate, and finally discover the fact that Sarutobi Hiruzen is controlled by Tsunagakure. The excuse is perfect, there are no loopholes. Knocked on the door and walked in. It was found that besides 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen, there was Hitaki Sakumo in the office. Brother Shuo Mao. Li Yue greeted with a smile. You are Li Yue, are you also here to submit the task? Seeing that it was Li Yue, Hitaki's eyes lit up, and he responded with a smile. That's right. Li Yue didn't explain too much, she came to the desk and explained her purpose to Sarutobi Hiruzen. Things on the border are really important, since Li Yue is willing to leave immediately, I will have to work hard on you. The manipulated Sarutobi Hiruzen said kindly. Then I'll set off now. Li Yue nodded, greeted Hitaki Sakumo, then pretended to turn around and leave. At this time, Hitaki Sakumo also finished the task and hurriedly followed. The 2 walked out of the gate side by side and closed the gate. Seeing Hitaki Sakumo following, Li Yue's eyes flashed, she also changed her mind, and then leaned forward and said in a low voice. Brother Shuo Mao, didn't you find anything? Find what? Hitaki Sakumo was taken aback. I heard that the 3rd generation has been very abnormal these days, and since I left Konoha, I have never suppressed the Uchiha clan again. Don't you think it's strange? Li Yue deliberately steered things in the direction she wanted. From what you say, it seems to be true. Hitaki Sakumo frowned. In fact, he also heard some rumors. It is very wrong to say that the behavior of 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen during this time. Not only did he ignore the murder of his wife and children. Even the suppression of the Uchiha clan is not very concerned, and it is not at all like the previous 3rd Hokage. You also know that I have a perception that is different from ordinary people. Just now, I sensed something is wrong with the chakra of a generation of adults. Li Yue continued. Something wrong? What do you mean? Hitaki Sakumo was startled. I suspect that Lord 3rd generation is being controlled. Li Yue's eyes flashed. What? Hitaki Sakumo almost screamed out. It's not his fault, but what Li Yue said was too bizarre. Who is Sarutobi Hiruzen? The head of the #1 ninja village in the ninja world, Lu called the strongest Hokage. Even if this strongest Hokage has moisture, it cannot deny the strength of Sarutobi Hiruzen. Logically speaking, Sarutobi Hiruzen, which is guarded by thousands of ninjas, cannot be controlled by humans at all. Lee Yue, don't talk nonsense about this. Hitaki Sakumo said with a serious face. Brother Shuo Mao, if you are talking nonsense, let me find out. The Sharingan in Lee Yue's eyes emerged. Although the Sharingan's insight is not as good as the white eyes, if someone controls Lord Third Generation, I can definitely see it. Hitaki Sakumo hesitated. After all, Sarutobi Hiruzen is Hokage, and it is disrespectful for them, as Konoha shinobi, to spy on their own village Hokage. If Master Third Generation is fine, then all the crimes will be borne by me. Lee Yue said. What nonsense are you talking about? Do you think I'm the kind of person who's afraid to take the trouble? Hitaki Sakumo looked serious. Since you want to investigate, then add me, and even if Lord Third Generation blames him, he won't be punished too harshly. Lee Yue nodded, and then left in an instant. The two who left in an instant did not go anywhere in 4.1, but came to the windowsill outside Hokage's office, quietly peeping at Sarutobi Hiruzen. And Lee Yue also pretended to open Sharingan, as if to confirm whether Sarutobi Hiruzen was controlled by someone. How's it going? Hitaki Sakumo asked in a low voice. But Lee Yue didn't answer immediately, but continued to pretend to investigate, and it took a long time for her face to change drastically. Master Third Generation's brain has a special chakra, and this special chakra is controlling Master Third Generation's brain. Lee Yue said in a concentrated voice. You mean? Hitaki Sakumo was horrified. Does Third Hokage have a special chakra hovering in his brain? What do you mean by that? Does that mean that Third Hokage has been controlled?